All right, y'all. So you already know what time it is, man. I'm back again here on this channel, Moody Star Astrology. You know, I got to drop my videos on here. I apologize, man. I know a lot of y'all been waiting for the videos. I did see a comment in the comment section saying like, "Oh, do Virgos next," and I will. I'm gonna get to Virgos, okay? But instead of talking about that Earth sign, we're actually going to be talking about the Taurus in this video. If you can tell by the title, now this is just a general breakdown based on what the common research, you feel me, and anywhere from YouTube to Google or whatnot. Like, this is what basically everybody be saying about y'all if you happen to be a Taurus. So if you are a Taurus, this video is for you. Usually here on this channel I talk about of course, the zodiac signs and then everything to do with astrology, and then also when I'm talking about the signs, I'll talk about your strengths and your weaknesses. So I'm gonna start off with the strengths. Got to start with the good news first. If you want to fast forward to hear the bad news, you can. It doesn't matter. Okay, so of course I got my notes with me, so if you see me looking down, that's why. All right, so the strengths and weaknesses of a Taurus. First of all, what is the element? The element is Earth. So this is a very earthy individual out the gate. You feel me? Very practical. You know, likes to plan and shit like that, right? It's a fixed sign, so most fixed signs are like that, very practical and just like kind of set in their ways. Uh, and its ruling planet is Venus. And anybody, pretty much, if you were born between April 20th and May 20th, you are considered a Taurus. And this is based off of the tropical astrology chart that you feel me. Basically, what we use in here, like in the United States, we do have different types of like astrology out there, like Vedic and just different kinds. So over time, I'll get into those signs as well. But let's talk about the strengths of a Taurus. Number one, you guys are very loyal. Probably the most loyal sign out of all signs. That's what everybody's saying. Have I ever dated a female Taurus? I don't think so, but most of the time, if I did have a Taurus in my life, they were very loyal, even as a friend. You feel me? So they're very loyal individuals. So if you know you're loyal, then shout out to you. Number two, y'all down to earth because of course you guys are an earth sign. Y'all just kind of get it. Y'all chill. Y'all don't be wanting like too much problems. I'm a Gemini. I don't have no problems with Tauruses. If you ask me, I feel like sometimes people be forgetting this sign. Like, this is a dope sign. You feel me? But I feel like maybe Taurus might be one of the more quieter signs, in my opinion. I could be wrong. It depends on what you have in your chart. Okay, number three, you guys are strong people. Literally and like mentally too. Like, you just strong-willed, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at y'all sign, you feel me? The Taurus, the bull. So of course y'all don't take no bullshit. Like, y'all niggas is strong. You feel me? So men and women, you feel me, when it comes to being a Taurus. Number four, you guys are realist, practical. It's black and white, and pretty much sometimes people may come with their fantasies or like their positivity, like a Sagittarius, for example. Sagittarius they're very like they think out, not really so much outside the box, but they're very imaginative. But when you're dealing with the Taurus, they're more practical. Like, nigga, like today is Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever day it is, and this is what we have to do, and this is what, you feel me? They're very much like, just, they like to be on a schedule. They like to plan shit, and they're just like realists. You feel me? It is what it is. If they feel like y'all can't like what's the word, get along like that, they just gonna tell you like what it is. Like, you feel me? They're not gonna try to force anything. You feel me? Just keep it real. And most people should do that. The fifth thing, you guys are sensible and chill, and y'all just get it down to earth. You know what I'm saying? That's not too much explaining right there. The sixth thing, you guys value family, friends, and your career. So pretty much most Tauruses that I have met, that's exactly how they are. They pretty much value their family, their career, and their friends. They're very, again, loyal to that department. So I would say for anybody who's probably like, like an Aquarius or like a Gemini or one of those air sign, one of them signs that are very like, how should I put it? Like they you really can't tie them down too much, right? Like those, I want to say Scorpios are kind of like that too, even though that's a water sign. But those types of signs that are very like independent and shit like that, um, y'all kind of need the balance of like something that's earthy. So like a Taurus actually would balance y'all out. You feel me? Because they value like the home, they value like, the physical things, you know what I'm saying? So even though like, everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses, but some strengths can help balance out some of your weaknesses, you know what I'm saying, depending on what sign you are. Uh, okay, here we go. So the seventh strength that you guys have is honest in nature, and y'all don't like to play with people's feelings, and I actually respect that. That's why I fuck with Tauruses. You feel me? Again, if they not feeling you, they just gonna tell you straight up, like, look, this is just not gonna work. You do have some Tauruses based on whatever else they have in a chart that, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that yet. You feel me? I'm gonna say that for the weaknesses. Let's stay on the strengths right now. But basically, yeah. Um, Most of the time they don't play with your feelings. They just keep it black and white. But depending on their chart, some Tauruses are kind of narcissistic, and that's why I ain't want to like bring that up because we are still talking about the positive side. So I kind of apologize, but whatever. I had to get that out there. Uh, the eighth thing, the eighth strength I should say you guys have is you have a sixth sense to catch a liar because you guys are so honest and so loyal. You can tell when someone is not being honest and when someone's not being loyal. You feel me? So that's a strength. Most Tauruses, you can't really, if you cheat on them, it ain't gonna be long before they actually catch on. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they can actually know. You feel me? That's if you are in a relationship with them. Don't cheat on the Taurus because they gonna know. They gonna find out. Okay, let me see. The ninth strength that you guys have is you guys are focused, solid spirit, and consistent in work. And that's a huge, I know for me, that's what I need to like help balance me out. Like sometimes my mind be all over the place, you feel me? Because I'm a Gemini sun with a Sagittarius moon and an Aquarius rising. So I'm just like, I'm out there type shit, you feel me? But from time to time, like I still need to be down to earth and I need to be consistent in my work. And that's exactly the strength of a Taurus. A Taurus will make sure that they are on a schedule and they have to do what they got to do and everything is taken care of. And whoever they're dating, it's going to rub off on them. You feel me? And that's a good strength to have, you know what I'm saying? Strong, focused, solid spirit. You feel me? That's what you're going to deal with when you're dealing with the Taurus. Okay. And the last strength that you guys have is you guys are super reliable and trustworthy. Not a lot of people are trustworthy and super reliable nowadays. You feel me? This is on my other channel, I like to say this is beautiful, fucked up, sideways ass matrix. And sometimes the reason why I say it's sideways and fucked up is because you can't rely on people. People just be so wishy-washy. But that's one thing about the Taurus. Even as a friend, whether you're dating them or even if you're dealing with them as a friend, they are going to be reliable. They will always be there to give you some advice. And again, they think in a practical way, and everything is pretty much like, black and white with them. You feel me? So yeah, that's the strengths of a Taurus. So now I'm about to get into the weaknesses of a Taurus. Number one, y'all are a little bit possessive. Okay, it's like when you get into a relationship with a Taurus, it's like, hide your kids, hide whatever you got. You feel me? Because they're gonna try to take that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful. If you are a Taurus, keep in mind that you can come off as a little possessive. You know what I'm saying? Number two, sometimes you guys can come off as too cautious because you guys are practical. You like to think things out, and you want to make sure everything is kind of like copacetic on an earthy type of vibe. Sometimes you play it too safe, and in life, it's not always the best thing to do to play it safe Because sometimes, the best decisions in life is when you take a chance. So they can come off as a little bit too cautious, and it's okay with being mindful and being safe, but at the same time, it's like you gotta live a little bit, bro. You have to take some chances. That's how everything kind of like changes in your life, when you can start to take some chances. Uh, the third weakness that y'all have, and this is kind of related to what I just said, was lacks spontaneous. Excuse me, lacks spontaneity. Let me say that again. They lack being spontaneous. Um, Pretty much, again, they like to plan and make sure everything is copacetic and everything is good. So like when something is out the blue, out of nowhere, hey, let's do this. They're like, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm kind of set in my ways, bro. Like, how you gonna like surprise me like that? Like, I don't know. Like, I get it. It's cute, but sometimes they may some if they're really into you, they might fuck with you because again, they're loyal and shit like that. But at the same time, don't expect them to be spontaneous and be surprised. You be like, hey, I did this for you. Depending on what is in their chart, you feel me? But most of the time, most Tauruses, they're pretty much set. They're like, we're planning to have sex. This is what we gonna do. You feel me? It's not no, you know, y'all randomly chilling and then they start making out with you and they, y'all go crazy like that. That's more like a Scorpio kind of energy. Somewhat Aries too. Yeah, to say the least. I would say too, Geminis too. I mean, but Geminis just be all over the place. But what else? Let me see. Another weakness that you guys have, and this is number 4. Um, y'all lazy, bro. Just straight up. Because again, you're set in your ways and you're lazy. Like if you don't feel like doing something and you have to do it, you either won't do it or you're gonna do it with little effort. Some of y'all are lazy. And I think all of us, no matter what sign we are, we do have a moment in time when we are lazy, you feel me? But like Tauruses are known to be lazy. Okay, the 5th weakness that you guys have is y'all very, very materialistic. Um, and it's cool. Y'all like to have nice things and beautiful things, and sometimes you guys can be impulsive when it comes to shopping and just buying shit. You feel me? Especially, I've heard there are like honestly, there are a decent amount of Taurus women that are materialistic. I mean, most of the time, not all women, but some women are materialistic. But if she's a Taurus, and if you're pretty much, bro, if you're dating a female Taurus, just know that like gifts and things that look beautiful, buying her shit, that's gonna mean a lot to her because she likes that shit, and she probably won't openly admit it, but she likes it, and vice versa. If you're a female and you're dating a Taurus guy, they're materialistic too. They like cars and shit like that. So yeah. Okay. The 6th weakness that you guys have is you guys are a little bit self-absorbed. Pretty much, if something is wrong, you're going to try to change that thing regardless of what it does for everybody else. They are loyal and everything, but again, like they're very strong-minded and kind of set in their ways. So sometimes they may seem like they are a little bit self-absorbed. The seventh weakness that you guys have, and pretty much you already know I was gonna say it, y'all stubborn as hell. You feel me? Set in your ways, stubborn as hell. No matter whatever, like put for example, let's say there's an argument and there's a practical argument. No matter what the argument is, bro, they're still gonna disagree. Like I don't give a damn. You could say 2 + 2 = 4, and they still gonna be like, nah, it's 4.5, nigga. You feel me? And I'm gonna be set on that mindset. You feel me? So they're just stubborn like that. They're always gonna be set in their ways from time to time. I mean, yeah, you have to balance yourself out at some point in time, whether it's like, understanding what's in your chart, and then also when you're dealing with your partner based on the energies that they got working with. You feel me? So the last 3 weaknesses, they're pretty much somewhat go hand in hand, but I would say emotionally detached at times, Yeah, you're just gonna get that. That's how they are. In order to even have a successful relationship with the Taurus, you're gonna wonder like, damn, dude, are they really fucking with me today? And the whole time they are, but they just probably, they just need time, to think. You feel me? Sometimes they just need time to be in their own realm. You feel me? So, uh, yeah, they come off sometimes as emotionally detached. Another thing, you guys are procrastinators, and that's another weakness. I feel like everybody procrastinates at some point in time, but that's just going back to your mindset and sometimes being lazy. You feel me? So y'all just have to be aware that like you just have to get up and go. Probably deal with the Aries. You feel me? Aries they like to get shit started. And the last weakness that you guys have, and I don't really call it like a weakness, but I guess it's considered to be that y'all are a little bit inflexible. And that's why I said like these last weaknesses, they're kind of going back to the core of who you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to your mindset being set in your ways, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. You know, but being inflexible, it's like if life throws lemons at them and they're used to getting oranges, they're still gonna like be like, nah, I want me oranges. You feel me? So it's like it's just all about balancing out your energies at the end of the day. Overall, I think a Taurus sign, uh, they kind of cool. I ain't got no beef with them. To me, I feel like that's the least talked about sign, in my opinion, whenever I'm like on social media or anything like that. But that's a cool, down to earth sign, you feel me? They're pretty much like set in their ways. Sometimes they may come off as boring, but to be totally honest, dog, the loyalty, the consistency, as far as the family is concerned, and also money. I've left that out too. They actually love money, which is why they're kind of materialistic. But they're very. This is a sign that will definitely balance out somebody who's always doing some shit. That's, oh, I need some excitement in my life and this, that, and the third. You feel me? You can't always be in that damn energy. You feel me? But if you are dealing with the Taurus and you're naturally like always want to do things or whatnot, it'll be a good mix. You feel me? Because again, as long as they care about you and they're loyal to you, they can open up. You feel me? So, but that's it for the Taurus sign. That's y'all strengths and weaknesses. Let me know in the comment section if that's cap. If you think I left out something, just let me know. And the next sign I will be covering. So after my first video was the Aries. This one was Taurus. Next video, of course, I'm going to do my sign, the Gemini. I'm going to do them like in order and shit. So stay tuned for that video. I'm going to be going over the strengths and weaknesses of a Gemini. Yes, I'm going to expose myself. So until next time, I'm definitely see you guys on the next video. This is Moody Star Astrology. Peace.